Hi everyone, Anchita this side. Welcome back to AV Automation Hub. In the previous videos, we learned the basics of promptfoo, setting up YAML config, and writing assertions. But here's the problem. What happens when you need to test 50, 100, or even 500 test cases? So basically, writing all those test cases directly in your YAML file becomes a nightmare. The config file becomes thousands of lines long, and then it becomes very difficult to maintain those. So that's where CSV file comes into the picture. So today in this video, I will show you how to scale your LLM testing using CSV test data. So here you are testing the LLM. So we need to test it with hundreds of different scenarios to catch the bugs before it affects the actual customers. So let's understand this approach. So instead of manually testing one review at a time, you collect test cases, which are, let's say, 100 plus customer reviews, then label the correct answers. What should AI return? Put them in CSV, which is easier to manage, run your automated test, and then get pass or fail reports. So if you write all these test cases directly in your YAML, it will be really huge. Your config file becomes thousands of lines long. And that's why we will use CSV here. So I'll show you how to organize your test data in a CSV file, run hundreds of tests with just a few lines of YAML, and get automated pass or fail reports. So we will see a real example. So let me give you some specific scenario which we are going to test. So in this, your company has an AI-powered customer feedback system. And how does it work? For example, a customer leaves a review that the product arrived quickly and works great. And in this, what happens? The next step is the AI analyze it. It analyzes the sentiment. For example, it is positive. And what is the topic? The system automatically redirects it, which is positive plus product quality, and send it to a product team as a success story, right? This is just one example. Similarly, we can test with multiple examples. But now here's the problem. How do you know that AI is classifying them correctly? What if AI classifies shopping was slow as a positive instead of negative? So that means wrong team gets notified and customers are still unhappy. So as a QA engineer, you need to test this AI with hundreds of different feedback to make sure that you are correctly identifying the positive, negative, and neutral statement, correctly identifying the topic, let's say product delivery, servicing, pricing, and you can handle edge cases like sarcasm or mixed sentiment. So this is my sample CSV. So the first column contains the customer feedback. This is the actual review or the feedback text that we will send to AI for the analysis. Second column is basically the context. So this contains additional information like the product category or the customer type. So this helps AI make better judgment. Then we have the column 3, which is expected sentiment. So this is what sentiment we expect, be it positive, negative, or neutral. And then we have column 4, which is expected topic. So this is what topic we expect the AI to identify, like delivery, product quality, customer service. So this is some sample data. For example, the first one says the product arrived quickly and works perfectly, exactly what I needed. So this we are expecting the sentiment to be positive, and the expected topic we have mentioned as a product quality. Now let's look at the second one, which is terrible experience, customer service never responded to my email. So this sentiment is negative and it is customer service. The next one is it's okay, I guess, does the job, but nothing special. So in this, the sentiment is neutral and the expected topic is product quality. First, I'm wrapping the feedback text in the quotes because it contains commas, special characters, and without quotes, CSV will just break the structure. So you see, this is inside my double quotes. All right. Second one is the context is structured as key value pair. So this is my key and this is the value. You see, product category electronics, customer type new. So this gives our AI additional information to make the further decisions. Third one, we can see our expected outputs are simple strings, which is positive, negative, or neutral. You see, these are simple strings that match what we want the AI to return. Similarly, I've added few more examples for different use cases like positive, negative, and neutral. And the best part about this is you can just edit the sheet and you can even share it with your team, export it as a CSV. You can also get support from product team, support team. Anyone can contribute test cases without touching any code, right? They just need to provide you CSV in this format And then you can use the same CSV. You can just create your YAML file and you can test thousands and thousands of feedback. Now let's write the code for automating this process. So this is my YAML file. So first we have the prompt section. So this defines what we are sending to the AI model. All right, here you will see multi-line string in a YAML. Everything between these code is actual prompt that gets sent to the AI. So here we have mentioned you are a sentiment analysis AI. We start with a clear role definition. We are telling the AI that you are a sentiment analysis AI, and this sets the context for what kind of tasks it should perform. Here's what you will see, customer feedback and context. So you see over here we can see double curly braces. So these are the variable placeholders. When promptfoo run the test, it will read each row from the CSV file and then take the value from that particular column. For example, for the customer feedback, it will take this value, and for the context, it will read from this column. So here, this is the customer feedback. It will read from column number 1. And for the context feedback, it will read from the column 2. It will replace customer feedback and the context with the actual value. So this is your CSV and this is your prompt. So AI will never see the curly braces. These are just placeholders from promptfoo. Now, this is very critical for the reliable testing. We are constraining the AI output. So instead of letting the AI say whatever it wants like that, I think it's positive or the sentiment appears to be positive, we are forcing to choose only 3 options, which is positive, negative, and neutral. So you see, we have defined the sentiments. So why? Because it makes our assertion simple. We can just check the response contains the word positive. We don't need complex pattern matching. And we are also giving the AI a template to follow. So we are saying use lowercase, you see, respond in this exact format. So this one example dramatically improves the AI in following your format. So just think of it like showing someone a sample before asking them to do something. So it just makes everything very clear. Now here comes the provider section. So I've already covered this in the previous video. You can just mention your provider here. For the demo purpose, I'm using Grok. So this tells promptfoo which AI model to use for the testing, okay, which is super fast and it is very cost effective for the testing. But you can use, like I said, you can go for OpenAI, you can go for Anthropic, you can go for the Gemini also. The beauty of promptfoo is you can easily swap models and you can test again multiple models simultaneously to compare the performance. So for now, we are just testing with one model to just keep the things simple. Now here's the CSV logic. So instead of writing 100 test cases manually, we have just pointed it to a single CSV file, which is this one, sentiment test.csv. So this is the name of my CSV file. You see, sentiment-test.csv, and I have passed the path over. This is inside the same folder. So here what will happen? Promptfoo will open the CSV. It will read the header row to get the column names. And for each data row, it will create a test case. And then inject those values into your prompt using the variable placeholders, which we have already provided above. So if you have 10 rows now in your CSV, you will get 10 test cases. And if you have 1,000 rows, it will test 1,000 test cases. So same one, but with just one line of code. And then we have the default test section. So this defines the assertion that apply to all the test cases from the CSV. What we are saying, we have used I contains. That means this is case sensitive. So case sensitive, it checks AI's response contain the expected sentiment and it will ignore the capitalization. Your CSV says expected sentiment is positive. This assertion passes if the AI's response contain positive in the caps, in the small, or even in the camel case. The variable placeholder expected sentiment, this will be replaced with the value from the CSV expected sentiment column. I mean, I have used I contains, but as per your requirement, you can use the assertion type over here. So we are testing expected sentiment and we are testing the expected topic. So this is our YAML file, which will test 10 customer review with just one line of. Now let's quickly review the complete flow once again. So we have defined our prompt template with the placeholder, which is customer feedback and context. And then we have specified which AI model we want to test. We have used this Grok Llama. And then we have mentioned the CSV path. And afterwards, we have defined some assertions also. We have defined assertion that checks every test case. Now let's go to terminal. Now let's run this test case. To run the test case, we will use the command promptfoo eval -c promptfoo config.yml. So I am inside this folder, which is day 3. And inside the day 3, I'm saying promptfoo eval -c. And then I'm mentioning my file name, which is promptfoo config.yml. So now let's run it and let's see the result. So now you see over here, this AI provider executed your test case within just seconds. And you see the number of success. So 8 test cases are passed and 2 are failed. And here we can see the summary of your test case. So for example, the first one was product category was this, customer feedback was this is the expected sentiment, and this is the expected topic. So with this AI, this got passed. And similarly, it has checked all the different reviews in my CSV file. And for some of the review files, you see, for this one, it got failed because customer support, but here it is customer service. And for this also, this is product experience, but here expected topic is product experience. So we can see both the cases, it got passed also, and for 2 cases, it got failed also. And now if you want to see this report, you just have to use the command promptfoo view. So let's enter and let's select yes, open in the browser. So you see this is the beautiful report from promptfoo. So here you can see the variables, description, customer feedback, context, expected sentiment, expected topic, and here are the outputs from promptfoo. So yeah, that's it. Now you know how to use CSV test data with promptfoo. So here we have automated our flow for testing AI. So automation is not about only web AI, but you can also automate it for AI systems. So yeah, that's it about today's video. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be uploading more such content related to testing AI. This is all how companies test the AI system today. So this is just one of the example. Like I said, you can try it at your own. You can try to test different combinations of maybe the customer review feedback or different scenarios and then see how it works. So if you have tried some different combination, do let me know in the comments which combination you have tried and are you already using CSV for your test or not? So I'll also push the code to my GitHub repo and I will attach the link in the description below. Thank you for watching AB Automation Hub and I will see you in the next video.